Now we're dealing with the Sixth Amendment. And in the Sixth Amendment, specifically talks about the right to a speedy trial by jury, witnesses, and counsel. And it says, in all criminal prosecutions, this is criminal, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witness against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Now let's go back and touch on some of this. This is dealing with criminal. But I want y'all to know that my take on what I'm doing with this podcast is really about civil, but criminal is going to be juxtaposed with it. The lines is going to be blurred at some point, because in criminal, civil things can happen out of that or within it, especially when you're dealing with like forfeitures and things of that nature, and or dealing with you winning your case and now you finna try to overturn it, and once you overturn it, you can file civil suits saying I want to be compensated for denying my rights, whatever my rights was, or how I got that case overturned. So it says, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial. You got the right to a speedy trial on a federal level. I think it's like 72 days. And you got to stand on that speedy trial, because if you don't, they're going to figure out ways to get around it. And if they deny you your right to a speedy trial, I can't say you just get off, because they might just release you, until they can figure it out. But then it's so many days after that, if they can't get you tried, then they dismiss that case with prejudice, because you got the right to a speedy trial. The accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy public trial. By an impartial jury of the state and a district wherein the crime shall have been committed. That means they need to do it in your state, in your jurisdiction where you live at, or where the crime has taken place. Which district shall have previously been ascertained by law, well, we know that. And to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation. That proper cause affidavit got to explain who, what, when, where, and why. If it don't, it's a violation of due process. Them affidavits, that's what it's talking about. To be informed of the nature, the reason why you've been arrested, and the cause of the accusation. What's the law that was broken? What are the reasons behind this? That you can say you can arrest me and detain me, and they got to stand on truth with the oath of an officer or whoever brought the case against you, with their oath. Because if it's not, it's a proper cause affidavit. It's a statement about facts. So make sure you understand that in your Sixth Amendment right. Then it talks about to be confronted with a witness against you. That witness got to come in court, but not in all cases. Because on federal, they'll hide their informants. But in certain states, they got to come. They got to get on the stand and say what happened. And then it talks about to have a compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor. You got the right to call witnesses. You got the right to have your attorney or whatever you deem fit to go out and find witnesses for your behalf. They can't deny you that. And you must know that. And to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. If you can't afford a lawyer, they got to give you one in a criminal case. So just know that. And just because you think the public defender ain't doing his job, file a complaint. File a complaint with the public defender agencies or whoever, because them putting a lawyer in with you, that's good enough for them. If you don't think he's doing his job and he's falling short, file a complaint. Don't sit there and let some lawyer goofball you to trial or sit here and get you sign a plea that ain't going to end up good for you. You got the right to the assistance of counsel for your defense. Not an ineffective lawyer. Not a lawyer that's playing games with you, dragging your case out so they can build evidence against you. That's what the speedy trial right was about. I've seen a lot of people sitting in jail. Lawyers taking a year and a half, giving the state all this time to go find witnesses, put somebody in their cell, with the person so they can come and become a witness for the state. Don't let these people play you like that. Understand your rights and know what they are and how to stand on them and make them stand on them. That's what I'm here for. I want to build this community base so we can have one another working together to help one another, to help our brothers locked up and our sisters incarcerated. That's what this platform is all about. If you don't have answers, we should be able to get on here, talk to one another, point each other in the right direction, whether it's either lawyers or books we can read or whatever we need to do to get this understanding. Because it's your life. Trust and believe that. Them people don't care about your life. All they care about is convictions.